Hi all, it's me, Laura B at Craft and See with Laura B. How are you today? I am doing well, thank you. I am shooting this Monday morning. It's about 8:20. It is 8:20. Anyway, I had a busy weekend, was not able to get my filming done. Bad. So, anyway, okay, it wasn't really a super busy weekend. It was just I took the weekend off. It ended up, you have plans and then you end up taking the weekend off because, stuff, life. Anyway, so here I am. I'm a little bit discombobulated, more than my normal. And I'm looking at, because I hope I'm straight. I don't look straight to me, but anyway, I got a new camera holder. Yay. So my phone is no longer being held up by duct tape and Dollar Tree Band-Aid, not Band-Aids, rubber bands. Rubber Band-Aids. You put it's all the same, interchangeable, depending on what you're doing. Anyway, so new camera holder that actually can hold an iPad, which it is holding right now. So it's my first time filming on my iPad, and I have it turned to where I can see the screen. Otherwise, I'm not tall enough. You have to have it too high. But anyway, all my gesturing. So I can see myself, but I'm upside down, so it's weird. I'll have to flip this in post. Anyway, ignore me. I'm just being weird. Today we are working on my design team project for Natalie over at Line.Arrow. Her new 27-page kit is entitled Books and Botanicals, and it's beautiful and yummy, and I love it. I have, like I said, I kind of took the weekend off of all crafting. I really did. I didn't do much of anything. So I did do a little bit, and I will show you what I have done. So since we last met, before I go on to that, do please, if you have not joined Natalie's Line.Arrow Facebook group, run and do so, because she's having challenges, weekly challenges. Last week was making a book page journaling card with a tag and a tuck spot. I finally did mine. Off the top of my head, I don't know what this week's is. Anyway, so here we go. Here is the front. I went ahead and added a little eyelet for the enclosure. And I do have a short pocket, or a shallow pocket there. Open it up. Now all I did to the outside since we got together last was sew around. I did put some washi there, just to cover up the brown. I didn't do anything. I did sew the signature in, because I didn't have time last time. And I did end up slicing these down so you could actually open this up the way I originally intended it. Yep, there's me slurring my words. I can never know when to end the ed parts. Edited. Okay, that's right. That's right. It doesn't sound right in my head. Here's another one. This one I did not cut open, so it's not a fold out. It's a pocket. Here's my dismal sewing in. Again, pocket. The other side of the tracing paper, so it folds down. I may or may not put some washi on there, but I think it'll ruin the aesthetic. Here's this pocket. Now here is my entry into the, I'm trying to pull this out and it doesn't pull that way. So here's my side tuck, but it's actually a coin envelope made into a pocket. So without it, here is my book page journaling card. Yes, you can journal on that. Or not, depending on what you want to do. Here is a tag into the tuck, which happens to be a pocket in and of itself. So there we have it. I hope it's acceptable, because my other one, I don't think I have on my desk anymore. I may have put it in the other, shown it in the other video, but it doesn't look like I did. Anywho, here we are. It's a big, big, big fat journal card, and, well, it may not go with this. Let me get out I did a lot of printing yesterday on my label papers. I mean, I had some of these printed before, but seriously, look at this. Just houseplants. We got some mushrooms of all different sizes because, you know, this is how they print out. So I had to play with the sizes. What else do I have in here? I know I have some florals. Some of those, and some big ones, and house plants, and sayings, and yeah. So I kind of went to town yesterday. That was about as much crafting as I did. I tried. I came in here and I tried. I just, you know, just you can't see me like in my head. So like, here's my head, and I'm just like, you know, just not doing anything. Felt really stale, I guess you could call it. So I also got a new cutting mat. I have a cutting mat. I have 3, actually 4, because I have another one of these somewhere. I have one like that, and then I have a really big one for like clothing. And I found this one, which is a perfect size to go on my mat, and it was only $9. I was pleasantly surprised because the one I got with the clothing thing, and it came with the rotary cutter, was expensive. Like 3 times this. So I don't know. It was during that COVID, so the time that shall not be named. And all I'm going to do today, probably, is just put on pockets and chit chat, because, well, that's my speed. Oh, here it is. Duh, it was covered. Here's my, if they accept that one. That's my, but I don't think they did. I asked if this is acceptable for a book page, because, you know, she gave us a bunch of freebies. If you go to Natalie at Line.Arrow, her Ko-fi page, these are on there. So it's this and this. Yeah, I wrote it down: book page, journal card, tag, and text spot. So here we go. And I was like, maybe I can't use that because I'm not utilizing hers. I don't know. Anyway, join. Get, let's make and do. Alright. I did sew some of these and just didn't like how they, a couple of them look, because I went off the rails. Like here, I went off the rails. But, so I printed them out again. So I can use anything I want. Like I said, it's Monday. What did y'all do for the weekend? Did you have a good one? I hope. I went out with my friend Jen on Saturday. We just went here in town and, you know, had a grand time. And we came back after we went out to dinner. We went to a couple bars here in town, and the first one, not gonna name names. Don't think anybody watches from here, but just in case, don't wanna, you know, get hate. Don't wanna get hate and be a hater. But the first one we went to, my choice, they had the windows open because, you know, of course it's muggy. It is, we call it up here in Washington, in the Pacific Northwest, we call it humid. Now, I've been in Texas, I lived in Texas for 7 years, and I went to Houston in July, so I really know what humid is. However, up here, we call it humid because, well, there is moisture in the air. But it is more muggy, where it's just, there's no coolness to the air at all. There's, even though there's a breeze, there's still no coolness. It's just wet feeling. And, well, humid. It's just not as bad as, like, oh my gosh, my lungs are, I'm breathing water. There's none of that. So yay. I couldn't feel if I scored that. Get chit-chatting and then forget. Yes, I didn't. Because I grabbed the one I wasn't going to use. Go away. Go away. This one is acceptable, and I did that one. That one's acceptable, and I did that one. Here's the one I want. I know, I'm picky. Acceptable, not acceptable. Anyway, so I want to take the time. I wrote this down. I went back a bit in the Wayback Machine, and I want to say hi to my new subbies. I have Helen, my newest. She's from Australia, and their weather has been, she said, it has been cold and dreary. And I commented back that I'm, you know, I was kind of like, huh? You know, my eyebrows went up. Cold and dreary, it's Australia. And I had to remind myself it is the dead of winter in Australia right now. And, you know, they probably get cold weather too, I guess. I don't know. We always hear the opposite. So, Helen, please tell us whereabouts in Australia are you? You don't have to be exact. You know, don't want anybody to give information they're not comfortable with. But I'd love to hear, because I like geography, and I go look you up on my wall map. This one I like too. Also, so there's that. We have Diane and April over at April Storm Paper Studios. And then there's Harmony's Creation. I assume that's Harmony. You know, you never know. And then, I'm going to get this name wrong. Pagina? I really don't know how to pronounce that, and I am sorry. And then there's Saber Ducky, and Diane, and Shirley, which I'm sorry, but ever since I watched Airplane, I just can't say Shirley without saying I am serious, and stop calling me Shirley. Everything is don't call me Shirley. And Cheryl. And that as of this morning, before I started filming, I'm up to a whopping 193 subscribers, of which I am thankful for each and every one of you. I'm growing. Honestly, thought I'd grow faster, but that's okay. All right. Plus, I'm, you know, taking my time and chit-chatting and, you know, not getting with the big program and getting down to business. But for me, filming, knowing what to say and knowing what to do on camera, like, so you're engaged and all that stuff that, you know, to grow your channel and make people like you, it's a difficult mindset for me to get into. It's nerve-wracking, and I get shy. People don't think I'm shy, but I really am. I don't like to be the center of attention. I'd rather be in the background making people laugh than being out front like this. Thank goodness you can't see me. We have one picture existing from Saturday, and that was at the last, right before she was leaving, like at, 10 o'clock at night or so. Which was late for me. Even my neighbors. He's like, yeah, what'd you have a party out here last night? He said, you came home late. Kona was barking, and I couldn't figure out what it was at first, because this is how little I do anything. I mean, it was just like shocking. Shocking. It was shocking to me too, Jeff, so don't worry about it. But anyway, so yeah. I was talking to him yesterday because I have to put another roosting bar in with the chickens, because I'm tired of the big babies roosting on the nesting boxes, and then I have to clean that, poop out of it every day, because they're, well, they're not potty trained, and I'm pretty sure once it goes in, it comes right back out. It seems to be how it is with the little buggers. Yeah. This reminds me of a fire station. Just so you know, that this whole thing, every time I see it, I think it's a fire station emblem. So, this or that. Anyway, so, oh my gosh, I should have brought it down here It's in the kitchen. I got my first barred rock egg yesterday. Well, to my new chicken, you know, new to this. I'm pretty sure it was from one of the barred rocks. It's a baby, because it's like half the size of all the rest. It's really cute. It's light tan, and it's half the size of the big girl adult hen's eggs. So that was so exciting. And I knew something was happening because I saw one or the other, because they're almost identical. They really are. So it's hard to tell them apart. One used to have a little white spot by her right eye, a white feather, but now that they've grown up a little bit, it's harder to tell. Anyway, she's been really interested in one of them, both of them, I don't know, been really interested in the nesting boxes. And when I go collect eggs, sometimes she would kind of pitch a little bit of a fit as to what I was doing with those eggs. Now, I don't have a roux, so they're not fertilized. I don't have anything to worry about in that aspect, so I think she was just talking. And once again, I forget to bring a damp towel in here for my hands. But this is my last glue stick until Thursday, because I do the subscribe and save. Now, I'm hoping this time I'll get what I want, which is Scotch Create. Mitzi was just talking on her channel today. Go out and check out, if you have not already, Mitzi at 307 Junk Journals. She's wonderful and fabulous, and happens to be my BFF. Anyway, so what was she talking about? I just lost my train of thought. Squirrels. I kind of like that right there. Like that. Anyway, she was talking about, I just completely forgot. But she has the same camera mount, because she's talking about that. And I'm excited that I'm doing this on my iPad with a voice time since I got it. I have a holder big enough to, and I'm still recording. Oh, look, I can even see how long I'm at. I'm at 17 minutes. Cool. Okay, this is going to be cool. And now I won't have to do the dread transfer, where I have to upload it into Google Photos, and from there it goes, so I can access it from my phone onto my iPad, and then from there I have to download it onto the iPad, and it's just like a whole, and then run it through the editing software. I said that right, correct? I didn't like fudge that up, did I? Because I do that. I'm not going to ink everything, but I am going to ink this one. Try not to do it off camera. So yes, exciting news all around. I had a grand old time with my friend Jen, like I said. I don't like to go out of the house very often, unless it's with someone I deem safe. And when I say safe, it means they're not going to tell me, oh, we're going A, B, and C, and then suddenly add D, E, and F into it without telling me. That freaks me out. That's just a little bit too out there. And trust me, my sister, whom I no longer speak to, I think I've alluded to, or maybe outright said, that I no longer speak to the people who raised me and my half-sister. Anyway, she would do that to me. Oh, we're going to go here and here. And then suddenly we're going 3 different places that weren't on the list. And, oh, well, I'm just trying to get you out of your comfort zone. And I'm thinking, what little you know about psychology is astounding. Truly. You don't, someone who has anxieties, you don't do that to them. You don't say, oh, well, we're going to go to these 3 places. But now that I've got you out here, I'm going to do all this other stuff. And you're going to, because I need to get you out of your comfort zone. And it's like, really? Really? Because I can do a whole heck of a lot of things to you to get you out of your comfort zone. She who does not like tape, for instance, like, seriously, sticky hands, can't stand it. So, there's that. I couldn't have done. Anyway, so I had a good time, got out, it was fun. We, went to this little couple watering holes here in town, which is, like, not much. Because even though we're not considered a small town, we have other attractions. We're still fairly small. About 12,000, I guess. Anyway, they don't have very many watering holes in here in town. And it was just, we had the Jazz Fest this weekend that went on. It was supposed to go on Friday and Saturday night, but it didn't really go on Saturday. And I don't know if it was because it was sprinkling on and off. Enough to get the ground wet and you didn't have to water your plants, but not enough to do a whole lot to go towards relieving our drought. So I'm sure there were people in town that didn't weren't normally here, but I'm telling you, what a microcosm the bar was of people. And I could totally see, Jen and I were talking about, we could totally see ourselves in some of these people, for good and for not. And I will report to you, for someone who has not been out like that for a very long time, it has not changed any since 1992. I'm telling you, it has not changed at all. It's just still a horrid experience if you're going for anything other than, just sitting and having a drink or in a chat. So that was, fun, I guess you could say, if you want to. There was this one guy, he had the Amish-style beard and a very unnaturally shiny face. I mean, it was like, I called him the evil gnome, because he looked like a garden gnome that had come to life in some kind of supernatural evil plot, like you would have seen it on Supernatural and they would have had to come kill it. And he just, knew everybody. And it was like the 90s night, because I saw, an early Alan Jackson, early, when he had short hair. And then all of a sudden this other guy came in that was scoping everybody out on at the bar and kind of wandering around, and he looked like a cross between, what were we saying, Alan Jackson with long hair, Crocodile Dundee, and Randall Flagg from The Stand. I mean, it was just wild, and he seemed to know everybody, and everybody was like, oh, hey, you know how they do, and he was going around calling everybody bro. So it was like, okay, there's 90s night. And then this other guy was in there that he was the one that totally looked like Alan Jackson before he grew long hair, and, in the 90s. Yeah, and another guy came in with another mullet, and it was just like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I thought this was 2023, but no. Nope. Trying to figure out what I want to do. Y'all are coming along for the ride. Whether you like it or not, you're here. I'm going to just start, slapping some stuff down. I like this card. There's only 2 in the pack. I'm going to just make them... So we got 3 or 12, 13, depending on what you want to call it. Anyway, bar, not changed. 90s evil troll gnome guy. He really was. He just unnaturally bright skin. I mean, it looked like he just come from a peel. It's like, really? And so that guy that looked like, you know, the long hair, the cross between Randall Flagg and long-haired Alan Jackson. And so he had an air of Crocodile Dundee because he was carrying, I don't know what it was some kind of tube or something. It looked like if you unrolled it, it would be like a projector screen. So I was all saying that, you know, that's he's an artist. I was just, yeah, I was pretty much making fun of everybody, poking fun at everybody that came in. There's one girl that was wearing something very similar to what I've seen cheerleaders wear on, you know, the great cheerleader off thing on ESPN or whatever. And she was totally dressed for Seattle, and she was in this tiny town, so I was joking about how they got on I-5 thinking they were going north to Seattle and ended up coming south. A little old Yelm. Because she was dressed to the, you know, hilt and reeked of a little bit of desperation. I hope nobody thinks I'm, you know, being mean, because I would never say that to them. And here's the thing, is I was totally seeing myself in her back in when I was 22, 21, you know. Anyway, she was with a bunch of girls that came in. And here's, you know, the older than, like, everybody, even the manager was a good 13 years younger than me. I mean, seriously, we were the oldest people in there. Anyway, you know, we're in casual but nice little dresses, you know, and feeling like when we were walking in there, we were trying so hard to recapture our youth. I was thinking it was just me, and so I made a comment about it. I'm like, I feel like I'm, like, desperate and trying too hard to capture my youth, and everybody's gonna laugh at the old lady. She said, I feel the same way. So, yeah. It wasn't what, you know, it was what it was, and it was a grand time, and we came back here and had a little bit of fire in the fire pit. And I lit up my tiki torches, which I made into skulls last year. So they have, you know, skulls, excuse me, on the end of it. So where you put the tiki torch can in it, it's hidden. All you see is the flame coming out of the top of it. So that was exciting for me because, you know, I've had this stuff here for quite a while, and, you know, I don't have many people come over. So I was telling her, I said, see what I was saying about this being a good party place, you know, come out and have a few people over, enjoy the night. She goes, it totally would. She said, we're definitely going to have to do something out here. So, and she's got a lot of friends. I got a lot of you guys friends. Not so much in the area to do things with friends, but, you know, hey. Again, no, I'm not always making tuck spots because I think it's nice not to. There. Been going 28 minutes. Boy, I sure like this. Again, I'm just more filming because I need to get something up, and it helps me get me out of my camera shy. I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything to do. I don't have this cute little pocket that I'm going to make, and I have everything lined up because, well, frankly, I don't know. Alright, put my pen back in my glue. I was telling Helen when I replied to her that the only thing, geography I really knew about Australia is what I remember from the book The Thorn Birds. Yeah. Back in the day when I read that. I mean, I read it when it had been out for quite a while because what I want to do with this page, so I'm not going to put a whole lot. Again, I'm just kind of going through and getting some stuff on here. So we have something to play with, and I have a video out. Very excited about getting this chicken roasting bar up. And what did I do? I got the wood cut. That's why I had to go over and talk to Jeff, because I tried using my circular saw, and for whatever reason I just couldn't get it to move. It just wouldn't grip in, and it was too long and hard wood for me to use my miter box and a handsaw. It was too big, wide for the miter box. So I had him cut it. But I realized, okay, I've got all these pieces for the most part cut. I'm going to use my jigsaw to make the, like I've got the round square ones that go into the walls of the coop, and then the bar sets into them. Well, I get to miter box, use my, gosh, I can't even speak, my jigsaw saw on it, my jigsaw on it. And then, but then I realized last night, oh wait, you have to make sure the dumb things are even on each side of the coop. Ugh. So that will be fun, making sure I stay within the lines, so to speak. And then my friend's coming over tomorrow. I might not, so we're going to clip the wings of the babies for sure, and check everybody else's. Make sure they, you know, I don't want them flying into the neighbor's yard that have dogs. And, you know, they're not exactly going to come to you when they call. Most of them are trained enough that they will come to the sound of you whistling a whistle, because, well, you've trained them with food. I've trained them with, they're trained with food. But if they flew into, you know, they're not going to just run and jump into your arms. You still have to, you know, chase and catch, because that's just how they are. Let me see. I'm trying to think if I want to do anything especial while I'm here. I don't know. This is just so amazing. This the way I have this set up now. Oh, I know what I'll do here. Well, I'll do it at the end, because it's going to have to dry. There. I like these liquid pearls. I like the texture. Sorry, scratching my back. Thinking. So again, this is the design team project for Natalie over at Line Dot Arrow. Her new kit, Books and Botanicals. My nose is starting to run. So you will have to tell me how the weather is in your area. We are actually supposed to be in the 80s today. So, yay that. You didn't see the air quotes. Did you hear the air quotes? I'm trying to think if there's anything else interesting that happened. And I'm going to say, no, nothing happened interesting at all. Let's see. Oh, I saw this lady with these super cute sandals on at Costco on Friday. I mean, they were so cute. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. So I went on to the Temu site. And I'm not going to schedule with them. So I'm trying to find the email real quick. There it is. That's good. I apologize. Here we go. For taking so long. No, that's not it. I have it here. I didn't delete it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Wait. That's not it. Well, fudge tickle sticks, people. Oh. It is just not going to show me, and I don't want to keep you here all day looking for them. Because they're really, really cute, y'all. They're really super cute. I'll just go to the sign in. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, for crying out loud, bucket. Where is my... Oh, forget it. Never mind. It's just going to take too long. They're really cute, though. They've got embroidered flowers, and I got two. Because, well, I don't have very many shoes. I really don't. I've got one pair of tennis shoes. Well, I have two. One is obviously for the outside with all the grass stains on it. And the other one is I got at Goodwill. And they are blue, like a bright blue, and what other color? And pink. And this matchy girl is just having a really hard time with that. You know, because you can't wear them with everything. I mean, what if you want to wear something, I don't know, orange? You want to wear an orange shirt and you got pink and blue on your shoes? Anyway, they have these hand embroidered flowers on them. In bright colors. And then the other pair have butterflies on them, y'all. Butterflies. They're super, super cute. Anyway, so I'm standing there waiting for a friend. And this lady had just come in, and she's standing close to me, and she's messing with their phone. And she's standing there for quite a few minutes, and I finally notice her shoes, and so I'm like, those are the cutest sandals ever. So she told me that she got them on Temu, and I'm like, well, how do they fit, and blah, blah, blah. And we had this entire conversation about these super cute shoes that fit true to size and are very comfortable. All for the bargain bottom price of $8.99 for one and like $5.64. Might have been a little bit more. Like less than $7. So, and I told her to not go on this other site, which I don't want to name because I want to get in trouble. Because they're in trouble for racketeering, y'all. There's another site out there. It doesn't start with an A. And, yeah, racketeering charges. So, and we both agreed, yeah, we ordered once from there and then found that out and never doing it again. There. I don't want this white to show as much, so I'm going to just kind of looks like I hand colored it a little bit. Alright. I'm sorry, this is like a, you know, what are you doing video. It is a true craft and chat. I guess create with me means you're doing mass makes. I don't know. I'm a little fuzzy on those details. I'm not doing mass makes. I'm just doing that, and I think I used the wrong glue because that will show. Oh well. It's very thin, so it's going to show anyway. And once there it is. I'm like, once again, I keep moving my mat out of the way because it doesn't stick. There. There we go. And this I'm going to do real quick. I'll put books. What else is there? Book, please learn literature notes. I kind of like the notes. Learn. to, like I said, I just kind of took the weekend off and just didn't do a lot. It's like it passed the days, and when I look back and I'm like, well, what did you actually get accomplished? And I'm all like, blank face. I got rest, relaxation, and probably rejuvenation out of it. So there, I accomplished something. Rejuvenation, right? Oh, for crying out loud. I get so fussy with these. I'll do library. Library and learn. Get a little alliteration going on in there. I like this book, so I don't want to cover it. And what I'm going to do here, there. Alrighty. We'll do this with the little butterflies. Highlight the flowers. Trying to figure out what else I wanted to say. Don't think I have any new Isabel stories right now. Although, I have this hanging flower pot that I haven't done anything with, and it's just hanging off a hook on the fence. And just sitting there, hanging out. And so I have all these peanuts that I bought for the critters and haven't used for a long time. And so I filled it, put some peanuts in there, and of course along comes the scrub jays and the birds, or the squirrels I meant. And so Izzy had the door open on Saturday, which was a mistake because of my allergies. But Isabel was just lying in the doorway looking out at that what do you call it, brain freeze, and just intent. She finally quit chasing the squirrels because she loves to chase squirrels. She really does. And she was just relaxing, watching them all. I got a picture because it was cute. Yeah, I don't have a child in the house anymore, so darn it, those lined up and I didn't want them to. Could have used the note page and made a song. And I want to get this one again. I missed it the first time. And I have to be careful because I cannot close this now. Can't forget to not close it, darn it. I get my old finger in it. Alright, there we go. So we have this, and just some pockets. Like I said, I kind of, even though there was some rejuvenation, I'm still kind of drawing a blank as to what I want to do. With what, and where, and when, and how, and all that good stuff. And here is the last week's challenge, which was a book page journaling card with a tuck. Well, it didn't say you had to have a tuck on it. It just said book page journaling card, a tuck spot, and a tag. So my tuck spot with a tag, and then I had to make it a pocket because, it's me. And I wanted to use these crud ton of coin envelopes that I have, little bitty ones. Why I bought them, I do not remember, but some creator did something cool with them, so I had to go out and buy them, and now I don't remember. All right, so there's a video for today, and again, thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you to all those older ones that are sticking it out with me. If you liked what you saw today, please give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment in the comment box, even if it's just a little smiley face. All of that gets my little tiny channel noticed. And I think that's it. So until the next time, I bid you adieu and peace out, guys. Bye.